Good evening, welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Mark, I am your narrator for this evening as we play Marvel Multiverse RPG. This is the second season of our actual play, We All Fall Down. Our wonderful mutants are here. I will do a quick recap after they introduce themselves. Michelle isn't here, so naughty girl, you're in trouble. But yeah, we'll start with Seb. Who are you? Who are you playing?
I am Seb, and I'm playing Silas Crawford, who's hasn't been having a good time since the start of the game. No, he's had periods of good time, but they're over now because he's stuck in a post-apocalyptic alternate universe for reasons that seem unfair to him, but he kind of deserves it. So yeah. Nobody else does, but he certainly does. So.
Perhaps we'll see.
He's not that bad. I don't think it's like that. The punishment does not fit the crime, but some punishment was in order.
He's just looking for a spanking, that's all it is. Lavaita, how
yes,
about
you?
Yes. Just from the right person, that's...
Oh, exactly.
I step in now. Hi, I'm playing Lauren. She is quite new to this world of mutants and powers and all that kind of stuff, so she's still figuring things out to a large extent, but yeah, she's feeling a bit more empowered, and then suddenly all the rug pulled out from under her by being moved to another dimension.
Always fun. And Kat, how are you?
I'm surviving. I'm good. I'm good now. That's the important thing. I'm with you.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Yes. So I'm better than Chris because Chris have no idea what the fuck is happening, and I still don't think they are landed and comprehending what is happening right now.
I don't think any of us are.
Nah. I don't even think I do. It's one of those things. Right, as Michelle's not here, Sarah was... okay, no, I'll do the recap. It's the beginning of Season 2. The mutants found themselves on a desolate, glassy land, all grouped together, with nothing really in sight that they were able to recognise. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I shouldn't look at fuck's sake. I need to not look at chat. Anywho, so they landed in this desolate plain with some glass-like spires, something in the distance that looked like it was possibly man-made. Nothing psychically available except for one short interruption. Basically, they were all just getting their feet when a very strange alternate Captain Britain came along with an alternate White Tiger. Captain Britain wearing a large robe, a blindfold over his eyes, and naked underneath, told them that the mutants were needed in order to save Multiverse again. They then fucked off back to the tower, and the rest followed. When Sarah got there, she came across an alternate Captain America who actually knew her from his world. And at the very last moment, she saw her arch nemesis, who, zombie, who seems to have a little bit more to do with the story than she might have thought. But since Sarah's not here, we will be abandoning that for the moment and looking a little bit more into how the other three are dealing with this situation. When you get in, Sarah runs off. Well, not runs off, but she moves in and right away sees Cap, and you all know she's kind of obsessed with Cap. So without even thinking of saying something to all of you, she just makes the beeline. There's maybe 40, 50 other heroes around about here. Lavaita's message? What? Oh, yeah, Sarah.
Oh my god, I forgot that.
That's right. Anyway, so there's about 40, 50 other heroes just milling about in groups talking. There's ones that you recognise, ones that you don't. Captain Britain has been up a set of stairs. The White Tiger hasn't followed him. He's disappeared into a room in the back. First, no one speaks to you. This room is massive. It's this kind of obsidian black glass all the way over. There's cubbies, there's doors that seem to lead elsewhere. And again, massive people. What would you like to do?
So, let me get this right. This is Chris. Like, let me get this right. We are in trouble. These are all heroes. You need mutants too, and we were the one chosen.
I think it
Why?
was accidental. I think we were the only. It was very unfortunate.
Who are you asking this to?
Like,
The White Tiger?
more like, yeah, if she's the one beside us, or like
All of us.
looking out the room, like just
the room
asking
is
the room,
large.
kind of.
You would need
Yeah,
to shout very loud to
I'm
ask
not
the room.
shouting out, just saying, like, so if White Tiger's the one beside me, then I don't remember if it was her or.
It was her and Captain Britain that came to get you.
Yeah, and one of them said, like, we have been waiting for you and we need the help of mutants or heroes, or what it was they said. So that would be, like, Chris is, like, trying to take it all in and go, like, heroes? But, okay, we were sent here, but why? Why us? That makes no sense to them whatsoever.
Well, we weren't actually. We weren't waiting exactly on you. We weren't sure we would get any mutants at all. We've not been to an alternate yet that still had mutants. They've all had some kind of disaster that has either killed them off or they didn't exist. And we didn't even go to your world. You landed here. It's serendipity, maybe. It's something, but yeah. We need mutants because we can't go through the Krakoan gates. We have 2 planets where we have tasks, both of which have gates which... It's probably better to let Captain Britain explain. It's his plan. He's been working on it for... Just kind of looks up a long time. Longer than you might think. None of us wanted to be here. We've all been summoned for whatever reason. We are the only ones that he thinks can fix this, can help. It's a lot of strange things going on, a lot of horrible stories at this point. And some of the things I've seen are... I just don't know if I can go back to the usual old heroing stuff after this. Do you know what I mean?
I actually think I do.
Right, I need to go talk to some people. Just treat it like a party. Just get to know people. I'm sure Kath will be out soon. We need to get this underway as soon as possible. But if you don't see me, I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
At the risk of this being vanilla, I think if Silas is going to have a look if there's a variation of Doctor Strange in here.
You're looking around, and you see someone. It's the Eye of Agamotto around their chest, but they're wearing a denim jacket and black leather trousers. The hair kind of done in a very 80s sort of way.
Okay. But is it recognizable as sort of like a Silas?
It's definitely Stephen Strange's face.
Okay,
Not his style, but it's his face.
Yeah. I think it's sort of like Silas mutters to himself, I was expecting a cape, and then just walks over anyway. He's trying to be casual about it and just says, I figure I'd go to the expert. So, multiverses.
When you woke up to him, he's talking to a couple of heroes you don't know. Both of them very 80s hair. One a woman in a golden yellow leotard, and the other one a guy with shoulder pads to fucking Rob Liefeld sort of stuff.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I mean it's the Hellfire Club has 80s nights. You don't know. It's just like a theme for everything.
Strange turns to look at you. I don't believe we met.
Oh, I'm sorry, Silas Crawford. Apparently, I'm supposed to. And he can we see any of the gates from in here?
No, there's nothing here.
Apparently, we're supposed to help with the gates.
You're one of these mutants. It's very, very nice to meet you. Puts out his hand. The name's Strange, Stephen Strange.
Yep, very cordial handshake.
You see he's got the Vagamotor there, but he's got other gold chains around his neck. His t-shirt, you look at it, looks like it might be Aha.
I love that so much. I love that for him. That's very good. I think Silas even points at the t-shirt and says, "Good taste."
One of the best bands. I have all the album.
I mean, I don't think he gestures out the window of the barren wasteland. Oh, I mean, I assume you had all the albums.
Oh no, this is not my world.
Oh, you just get to leave whenever. Well, that must be
the
nice.
the only person from this world is Captain Britain.
That's depressing.
Yes, it is not what I would have wished for. So, how did you get here? How did they finally find you?
I'm not sure what happened to my homeworld exactly. It's been pulverized or it's just on hold. We got flung here. I don't out of character. I don't think Silas knows who that is.
He's just would know who Galactus is.
Oh, fair enough.
All of you would know who Galactus is.
I think that funny kid was. I certainly hope not. That it'd be great if that wasn't it.
Perhaps there'll be a way to get you back there. I'm sure we can make more bridges when the time comes. Lavaita, you know who Galactus is. The Eater of Worlds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I mean, I think that makes sense, but maybe humans on the street level wouldn't know necessarily. But
the Galactus has attacked the planet multiple times.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I feel like the Marvel just like the civilians have a goldfish memory of what's that again?
Yes, we made some of the bridges. There's several of us here who are adept in the arcane arts. And what is your skill, your talent? I've heard so much about your people.
Probably child's play compared to yours. It's just, and I think he does air quotes. It's just telepathy and helping out. I know. I said child's play. And helping others do better, I suppose.
You are, what do you call it? Fuck. What's the word?
I am, yes.
For it? You are, fuck, man, what do you call it? I've lost words again. They're gone. God damn your words.
Power booster. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's not the word I was looking for, but it says exactly what it does in the tin.
There's probably
amplifier.
Some some magic, fancy way.
Yeah, probably.
Way of putting it, yeah.
So you're a power amplifier. I see. Now that could come in very helpful for making bridges in a rush, perhaps, or to those further flung places should we need to. I have to admit, I don't know much about this threat, these many-angled ones. I've searched through all of the tomes, and I've found nothing. But the very absence of them is telling, don't you think?
It is. I've heard of many bizarre things, but not
The
quite
other,
that.
the other two have walked away, by the way, the other two 80s ones, they just kind of faded away.
Fair enough.
So, have you heard any more about what we're meant to be doing? Have you had a chance to talk to Captain Britain? A fascinating man.
I've made attempts of talking to Captain Britain, and he's a fascinating man, but I'm just
It can be somewhat difficult.
and he points at his temple as if to like indicate telepathy. Like I haven't tried to poke around yet. Is there anything more sensible in there, kicking about?
I would not advise attempting that, in all honesty. There was one who tried. It did not go very well. The things that man has seen is enough to drive anyone insane. I have fought Dormammu, and I fear very little. However, just being in that man's presence, the aura of him, the pain, the sadness, it's a bit much to bear. You'll notice there are no empaths here at all. There were two. They broke down almost immediately.
I think even that kind of like rattles sounds like a little bit. Kind of like okay, well that's. But and then he motions at like the eye of Agamotto and just says, "So, does that help us at all fix things or in the future or past? Or I'm not really sure how that works."
This is just a focus. Really, its power only works in my home universe. Here it is a bauble, but a focus, and can help, but not nearly as powerful as it is in my home world. Come.
How many?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
No, on you go.
No, how many homeworlds are there? I mean, by rough estimate.
In
Just
total,
curious.
universes. The multiverse.
I think he just shrugs like, well.
Multiverse is technically endless. I think there's a limit on how many we might be able to reach, or how many might be useful for us to reach. Not all worlds have mutants. Not all worlds have superheroes at all. Some worlds have no life whatsoever. I'm sure there are some where there's no Earth, but if you were to enter those, you would very quickly die in space, I believe.
That really puts things in perspective, really,
Ah,
and not give you like an existential panic attack or anything. And like he laughs and like walks along. So yeah,
he goes away. Says, I must introduce you to Mr. Justice, and points to a guy wearing it's like a tight red and white uniform with the scales of justice on it, some kind of gun at his hip, blue boots and gloves, and he just takes you over towards him.
I think Salas will mutter like, "Isn't that a bit on the nose?" But then he gets pulled away. Basically,
Lauren, what about you? What are you up to?
Looking for how to unmute first of all. Apparently,
Always good.
Yeah, good start. I'm not sure who any of these people are, to be honest. I think there's very few people that she's probably heard of because she's been avoiding being associated with mutants, really.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows the people that are famous, but none of them are obvious. Like she wouldn't recognize them in the street or anything.
No, there's some that you would definitely recognise. Especially like from Britain, you see another Captain Britain, but this is a small, dark-skinned woman. I've forgotten her name now because I'm an idiot. Give me a wee second. Faiza Hussein is her name. She wears a hijab with the colours of the blue, red, and white with the red cross over the front. She's got a sword at her side. You don't recognise her, but you recognise the uniform.
It's a strong look.
Strong woman. Other ones you might recognise. Let me see. I did think of someone then. Yeah, I'll learn to mind again because I am so good at this.
It's because you go on stream and then your brain empties. I've learned this.
It really
Not
does.
you personally, about
No, I know what you
whenever
mean.
you're
It's,
streaming.
So when you're streaming, it just goes.
It's like you pull the plug out and it's just draining.
You see a man standing on fire. Just flames covering his whole body. Think you might recognise him.
Is he like leaving an effect on the room around him? Obviously, people are probably not standing too close.
No, they're not standing too far away either. You know of the Fantastic Four, and you know the Johnny Storm's got very great control over his powers.
It's still a bit weird to see it in person when someone's just standing there casually on fire.
Most definitely would, yeah.
Absolutely.
You see a woman in a black leotard with white fur around the collar, shock of white hair. You may recognise from some news thing or whatever, the Black Cat.
Ah. Okay.
I've heard of them. It's kind of that awkward thing of like walking up to someone at a party when you don't really know what to say to people. Just kind of looking and... Gosh, there's a lot of people here, isn't there?
Also, out of curiosity, like are Eternals there? Would they be? It's like only it's like 616 specific because like the Earth is the machine that makes them.
No, there's several words with Eternals in it. You don't see any Eternals here. You do see a large black man wearing leathers, 2 swords on his back. When he grins, you see very sharp incisors.
Of course.
See a man wearing what looks like a monkey skull on the front of his shirt. He's very small but muscular. Quite hairy as well.
Oh no, this.
So, what do you want to do?
I think with all these people around, Lauren's honestly probably going to check if Chris is okay, because Chris has been clearly through the mill a little bit, and maybe feeling quite as uncomfortable as Lauren is in this situation.
Then have at it. The two of you can find space. There's kind of you know, like at cocktails, we've got the tables that are really high, so there's no chair to sit at, but there's the tables people are standing around. There are drinks laid out to the side and food. It's very much like a cocktail party, but no one running about serving you.
And Chris, if you decide that you are wanting to talk to other people, that's absolutely fine. I don't want to hold you on this. I'm just like checking in, because we haven't talked since we came out of that mad alternate brain thing where we were all, well, you were all in your own nightmarish pasts.
Yeah.
Are you doing all right, Chris? This has been... I'm feeling very, like, disconnected from this place.
I have no idea what we're doing here.
Well, it sounds like they've somehow, like, not got any mutants at all, but they found us. And the idea of us being, like, the last great hope for anywhere is worrying.
Scary.
Yeah. Like, the people here look like they know what they're doing. They've got costumes and everything.
That's how you know that they're experts. Exactly.
I mean, how we don't even know our powers. Like, what are we supposed to do?
I guess they've got a plan, but I just wanted to check you were okay, because it got kind of tense back there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair.
But
That's an entirely reasonable reaction, but this is just a lot to take in, because I don't know. I don't feel how attached I feel to this world. I don't know how attached I felt to the old one, but at least we felt like we had a place there, even if it was an unwelcome place.
I mean, we are more welcome here than where we came from. But I mean, we can't get out of here anyway. It's just
Well, it felt like a lot like there was nowhere to go. There was just sand.
and I mean, I don't even know if the world we came from is anything still. So
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that until Silas said, but I assumed that it was probably still going to be there, but maybe we were like kicked out in the same way that someone would push a dog from the front of out the way of a car.
that's a interesting take on it.
I'm not doing my best work right now.
And that's fair. I mean, if we can help, guess it can't do much else. We have nowhere to go, and we can't go neither back nor forward, I guess.
But this could be really freeing. Like, you didn't, from what you've been saying, I got the impression you didn't feel like totally connected with, like, that you were part of the world we've just come from. You didn't feel welcome, was the sense I was getting.
Got a point there.
And maybe we can be completely different people here. If we want it.
And by that, I think Chris will actually look around with another, like, look in their eyes at least, because that could be a very, very good point.
What I'm meaning is, like, you don't have to be defined by how people have treated you in the past, because no one here, apart from us, really know about that. And if you want, I can pretend I don't know anything. No one needs to ask me anyway. Whatever was happening in your private nightmare is your private nightmare. We don't have to go over that again. So, yeah, if like I've clocked you changing a little bit, some of your appearance sometimes. That's a powerful thing to be able to do. A lot of interesting looking people in this room.
Yeah. At least I don't have to wear a costume to change appearance.
You do see a lot of interest, though. So you see massive hulking people. You see maybe even a Hulk variant of some sort. It's not green, but it's slightly purplish. Smaller, but has the same sort of physique. You definitely see at least one other stretchy person. Two people running about very fast, going group to group. Seem to just take their so like sampling conversation from everyone, although they've not come towards you as yet. Someone that looks like maybe they're related to the Black Panther somehow. At least two Skrulls, or things that look like Skrulls, kicking about. No Spider-Man though.
Is it Spider-Man or Spiders-Man? Spiders-Man.
It would be Spiders-Man. Because of the hyphen, but
I mean, it's spiders in persons at this point because there's so many different variations. It's like Deadpool, kind of.
yeah.
It runs the gamut. So like,
I'm not leaning on that open door.
Yep.
I think like Chris is going to look like a bit more interested and not as confused, and just lean against the wall and put their hands in their pockets.
And I'll kind of pat Chris on the shoulder, and I think we're done. Like, Chris is looking more confident, more assertive, perhaps?
Thank you, Laura.
As you finish your conversation, looking more relaxed, White Tiger comes back to you with a very small woman flying, buzzing by her side, who grows into a fully grown woman, just a bit shorter than White Tiger. My name's Janet. Nice to meet you.
Is he talking to both of us or just
Yes,
one of us? And if
both
so,
of you.
which one?
Both of you.
Just checking.
You're standing together. It'd be
That's
very
what I
rude
thought.
to just go, no, we're ignoring that one. Just you. How are you? This one's not getting anything. No, fuck off.
I mean, like, Chris is giving off great energy. I wouldn't be astounded, to be honest.
It's the both of you.
Hi, good to see you again. Nice to meet you, Janet. I'm
pleasure.
Lauren. This is my friend Chris.
So tell me, you're mutants, yes? Were you members of any groups?
I wasn't, no.
Chris? Do you have
I
any
only-
background in... Well,
I only knew my powers 2 years ago and only started to use them within the last week.
so you didn't attend any of the schools? The Jean Grey School?
No.
Okay. Well, nothing to be done about that. I think your friend over there, the big one, she looks like she knows what she's doing.
Doesn't she, though?
Ava says, not many people here know what's going on. They do know that, obviously, that there's no mutants here. Some here don't even know what mutants are. They just don't have them in their universe. It's a very select group we have, and I don't honestly know the reasons for that. Brian, is Captain Britain, has very, very strict rules on who gets invited to this world, who gets to know about this. He says if we deviate from the plan, then things could go very badly. And given everything that's happened, I tend to believe him.
Well, we weren't exactly invited, so just before you put all your hope in us, we kind of just dropped in here.
That's the thing. He knew we couldn't invite any mutants. We didn't have access to any. But he said some would be coming. Now, the fact that you're not extremely experienced, that doesn't matter. We can help you do what you need to do. When Cap comes out, we'll be split into teams and we'll be sent on our missions. He'll explain what's going on. All I can say to you is his warning about the many-angled ones that needs to be taken seriously. My world is gone.
What are they? The Loigers?
The Loiger, yeah. What happened in my world? One day, out adventuring... No, not adventuring, out fighting crime, as you do, in New York. And I come across Spider-Man. And he takes off his mask, and he laughs, and he laughs. And then he starts breaking people's arms and legs, webbing them, smashing them into walls. It was... I didn't understand. I tried to stop him. Other heroes came to try and stop him. Ben Grimm tried, and then suddenly Ben joined in. I saw him tear the Invisible Woman apart. It didn't take long.
Wait, what did you see exactly?
What did he say?
Sorry, doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
Well, what you saw was when she got torn apart, her insides came out and they weren't invisible.
Oh, okay. I never quite understood how that worked.
Light bending around her. Also, how she gets the shields, I think, by making it tangible. I might be wrong about that, though. It went very quickly after that. What, tear the Invisible Woman apart?
No. Oh, fun.
Party trick.
I'm sorry, that was a perfectly reasonable thing to say, and I've just drawn a circle around it and pointed at it.
I mean,
No, making light bend because I can.
I don't think so. It's a very, very specific power set for doing something like that. Maybe you could evolve into it with a secondary mutation, but I don't think your power set as it is could do so.
But I actually imagine this as like Chris listening to this. If it is mentioned that she bent light around her, Chris will actually go, wonder if I can do that.
Okay. No, it wasn't. This was just us.
Fair enough.
And actually starts to like messing around with skin tones and colors and see if they can actually make their skin.
No, that
Like-
wouldn't be possible.
Oh, you
No,
can
but
like
Chris
chameleon.
would wonder if they could.
Okay, yeah. I know. I'm just letting you know that
Yeah.
wouldn't be possible. It would need to be a secondary mutation. Because but chameleons don't bend light either. They
No, they just
affect things.
merge the thing
Yeah.
behind them.
The world fell quickly after that. When there weren't many of us left to resist, even a month later, cities were almost destroyed. So many heroes were possessed by these many-angled ones, these creatures. Brian pulled me out just before the end. The place was desolate, not like this. There was still all the detritus of our lives, but I couldn't save the people. I'm not exactly the most powerful of heroes as is, but when you see gods get torn apart, when you see the people you're trying to protect burned alive in their car as you stand in front trying to use your fist to stop some insane former superhero,
That must have been awful for you. I'm sorry.
kind of chokes back. That's why we're doing something about it. We're not letting it happen to other worlds.
Were the many-angled ones, were they the one that gave us the nightmares on our way here?
I don't know. It's possible. They are definitely trying to affect many, many worlds. Not all as successfully as mine.
Wonder if that's what happened at the gala too.
It seems like a really weird way to try and do it by like trapping us in our own bad memories rather than like who knows what was happening on the outside then, I guess.
They enjoy causing pain. They enjoy torture. The things they made me see. They didn't take over my body because they didn't think my powers were strong enough. They didn't see the point.
We should all be safe then, apart from maybe Silas or Sarah.
No,
Okay,
no,
me and Chris should
Silas.
probably be safe then.
I hope you never need to see them, but
Yeah, I hope
I'm
so
afraid
too.
you might. Do you have any questions that I can answer just now? I'm sure when she looks up towards where Captain Britain left, I'm sure he'll be back soon.
Do you know anything about how we can fight this?
Well, that's his plan.
Well, you don't have to tell me about it if you want to leave it to him.
I'm not sure I understand it. There's something about an alignment of multiverse and key points.
It sounds very complicated.
It's taken him a long time to get there. I think this world was the first one the many-angled ones destroyed, but it was, I think it was maybe 50 years ago, and he's been here alone since then.
It's a long time to be alone. Is he actually okay?
What do you think?
I think he's probably lost connection to his humanity.
No, I think he's still human. He cares. I think he maybe he has lost some of his humanity because I think to do what he needs to do, that might be the case. This is a war, and none of us are soldiers. Well, except when she looks towards Captain America.
Yeah.
I don't think even he would want to do. He would be so easy to do, so willing to do what we need to do. Did he tell you that we think there's a mutant alive in one of the words?
No, but they were probably talking to Sarah or Silas. Sarah or Silas.
Do you know of a mutant called Legion?
I've heard of them.
Legion is powerful in any world that he's present. As far as we know, he's trapped in one of the worlds that we are going to need to... Well, you'll see.
I think it might have been him that yeeted us into this universe.
He didn't come with you?
He had some kind of message, but I can't remember it right now.
There's not many who can fight against the lawyer directly. Legion, David Haller is one of them. We can't find any others. We can't get through to most worlds. Yay, cat. But if he is there, and that's why we need mutants, he's trapped behind Krakoan gates. We can't get to where he is. And he'll be dangerous, and we can't force you to go anywhere or to do anything.
Do your going gates still work? Because I've only come across them once and they exploded not long afterwards. It rather puts one off going to a place.
As far as I know, the Krakoan gates and the worlds that we need to go to were still functioning. But the mutants are all gone, so we can't really test it. And you would know the gate didn't blow up, the gate was blowing up.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But it's just... when the first time you actually visit a gate and then it blows up, it gives you a certain picture of a place.
True.
I think that night was pretty traumatic.
Minute. What's happening? Sorry, just getting a message from Michelle. Sarah is getting eaten with an egg. And some toast. Fucking bacon.
Not even a full breakfast.
No. just a sandwich, bacon and egg sandwich.
There's so many things that we could put with bacon, and it doesn't need to be always egg. I think we're confusing Michelle now.
Oh, easily. That's one of my skills. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, right, okay. I think what we're going to do is...
Legion had said something about Moira. I can't remember exactly who that was, though.
I don't know anything about Moira. I didn't have much to do with the mutants on my world, and we didn't even have the Krakoan gates there. Yeah. Sorry, I just... Join us, we can progress the plot. Yeah, I mean, true.
I mean, this is good character stuff. I'm enjoying this, but...
Same, yeah.
Let's see, if Michelle joins, then we can carry on. And if Michelle doesn't join, I would say we do another little bit of character stuff and then wrap it up and come back to an actual game next time. Yes, have you already started? Yes, an hour ago. I know this
we
is
can
really
edit this out the
watching
VOD,
stream.
right?
Nah, like fuck, I'll edit out the VOD. That sounds like work. It's about you're all meant to talk.
Yeah, we should be. We were talking, but then... this had all happened when me and Chris were chatting. That would have been fine.
That would have been much better, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll arrange it better next
Fucking timing. God's sake.
I know.
Absolutely terrible, if you ask me. Right, then... Silas, what are you doing just now?
So I mean, I know I'm being kind of just like led to
Mr. Justice.
Mr. Justice, Captain Sir, Mr. I'm not sure what the specific what the address is, but I think kind of like in Silas is kind of like experience like anybody naming themselves after like a cardinal virtue like just doesn't seem like the type of person who will like him.
And well, quite possibly not, yeah.
But he's gonna assume that he'll make the educated assumption that if there's nobody here who's a mutant, maybe like people aren't gonna like clock as a Hellfire Club member, like immediately.
Isn't-
He's not wearing the Claremont outfit, so he can still pass as like a normal person.
It's entirely possible. And can you imagine if you see people wearing the Hellfire Club outfits?
Yep.
It would change the tone of the party completely.
Oh yeah.
Right, man. Michelle's almost in. Give it a wee second.
I mean, he's
and
not a hero.
muted.
But Don Pierce not a mutant, so he could have been her, but please don't.
Michelle, are you with us? You can speak. You're allowed. Ah.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I thought it
Hello.
was Hunter Week, and I took a nap, and then I woke up like 3 minutes ago and looked at my phone and shit myself.
Well, I mean, please don't do
I
that.
hope not literally, please.
Yeah.
Don't.
I psychologically shit myself.
Okay.
That's alright, yeah. Sorry, I'm just...
There's psychological, metaphorical shit all over my brain.
Oh, lovely.
I apologize profusely because I really, really was looking forward to this one, and
I should have given you a shout earlier, didn't I?
no, I was asleep. I went for a nap at like 4, thinking, well, if I did sleep longer than I planned to, my game doesn't start till 11:30.
Yeah, I should start napping on days when we have Hunter as well, to be honest.
Yeah, like that was the plan, so I'd be awake for that. But then because I got it all mixed up in my head, I got the week wrong.
It happens.
So apologies, everyone.
Time is a construct.
Right, wait a minute. Do me a favour.
yeah.
The rest of you catch Michelle up on what's going on. I need to do something quickly.
There's a huge number of people around, and we've been talking to them.
Oh, it's a collection of variants and stuff of various Marvel
and
people.
you've seen your Titan boy?
I was just talking to Cap, and then suddenly saw like the worst person for me to see as I was doing that.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I remember all that because it was great and I loved it and it stuck in my brain. The only thing that didn't stick in my brain was like the concept of time and scheduling and remembering things. But yeah, so who have you been talking to?
No, that's a difficult one.
Well, you could tell me in character in the brief.
I could tell you in
term, so
character.
it's
I
not
can't
boring.
remember what their name was. There was a bunch, like, we were presented with many options. Then someone came over and spoke to us. We talked to White Tiger and someone called Janet. And
That's right. We were originally approached by the man formerly known as Captain Britain, but is now known as
Jesus, that's a big picture.
I know. Look, so cool.
Brian Braddock has gone a bit mad. White Tiger was the only one who was making, like, he wasn't talking like a weirdo. That's probably really harsh to Brian, but he was. He did sound strange.
I'm just seeing artwork falling into place for you, Sarah.
That's Sarah. Why is she green?
Mark, you're muted.
Just how the colours were done for the colour.
Artistic license.
It's stylized. I quite like it.
Okay. 'Cause I was thinking, is Sarah a Hulk now?
No, although that would be cool.
I think she was a Hulk at one point, but that too powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah, Mark told me to tone it down. Okay, so you've been talking to people in this room to do a thing, and in return we'll be sent home. But we're going to be a team. We're going to venture this shit.
And all the other mutants have got problems, and Legion is someone they really want to find because he's powerful and can maybe help defeat the big bad we're after.
I'm up to date. Let's go.
Do you remember what happened last time, Sarah? You were talking to Cap and then you saw someone?
Yep, and I saw the worst person that I could possibly see at that moment.
What's his name?
Titan Boy. And he's a bastard who tries to kill me every few months.
And he's sitting on a step with his head in his hands. And he looks up and sees you, and a look of relief and a giant smile comes over his face.
Cap, this is going to get weird. Just give you a heads up. What's happening? What's going to happen next?
What's Sarah's superhero name again? I've forgotten. Power Smash?
Power smash.
Titan Boy said, "Power Smash! Oh my God, you're alive!" And he runs towards you.
I don't think I'm your power smash, buddy.
And like, wait, no, she'll be dead. Oh God! And he starts bursting into tears again. And a voice booms out. Guests of mine, yours, someone's, heroes, enemies, villains, allies. I'm so glad you're all here. Or there. I've been waiting since ever long time. And out floats Captain Britain. Again, if you look up, you can see his junk. Because his MDs don't exist in this world anymore. And he kind of floats.
I guess...
Yep.
Out of sheer awkwardness at everything that is happening at this moment, I'm going to stare at the floor.
It is time, yes, now, when we can finally face the threat that is the Loiger. Everyone kind of quietens down. Some of you know, and some of you don't. The multiverse is under threat. Very bad, lots of death, lots of no life. I have seen what is to come, and we must make hard decisions, do what's right, what's wrong, what's right. He waves his hand and a large hollow projection appears behind him, beside him. And it's, you see, it looks like little dots or balls all kind of moving about. Like, you know those the school videos of like atoms bouncing about? It's kind of like that.
Mm.
The multiverse is coming to an alignment. It will make the perfect shape. It will have the perfect form, and the Loiger will take control. If they can spread through the multiverse, they become endless. All of your worlds are in danger, and many more. Titan Boy here brought us news. He will tell you. And Titan Boy stands up. He's massive, he's about the same size as Sarah. The tears in his eyes. They took my world. They killed. They killed Power Smash before, right in front of my eyes. I never wanted you to die. They killed everyone. They took over the most powerful of us. And they killed and they tortured and they destroyed, and it's almost all gone. I was given this, and he holds out some kind of disc. The mutants knew, or some of the mutants did, and tried to fight back before the rest of us could, before the rest of us knew. And they were wiped out. Except one. Legion is his name. I don't know if you all know of him, but he was not the most stable of mutants. His father locked him away somewhere behind a gate. None of us can get through the gates. The mutants are all gone. But now that this Power Smash, this Sarah Bacon is here, and her friends, and looks out towards all of you. If I take you to the right gate, maybe you can bring him back. He can stop them. He can stop this from happening. Yes, yes, stop. Not allowed to happen. Yes. We must split into teams. There are different worlds that are nexus points. We have a grave duty to perform. These worlds are already fallen or falling or not getting up or dead. We must destroy them. It is the only way to prevent the Loiger from taking control.
I think Silas like raises a hand, almost like in school. You want us to destroy worlds?
I have created these devices. They will destroy these worlds and knock them out of conjunction. This omnihedron will not take shape. The many-angled ones will be powerless. They cannot form.
I mean, usually I'd get punched in the face for suggesting destroying worlds, but that's...
This is not a decision that we reach lightly. Captain America now agrees with me. And you hear him, or you see him nod his head. A tear running down his eye. Running down his cheek, sorry. It doesn't run down the eye. That'd be weird.
Sorry, hi. I'm Sarah. I've been called Power Smash, but this version isn't fond of that name. I'm a bit confused as to how committing genocide is gonna help here. I'll be the first to admit some of the, intense, like, multiverse rules and magic and shit is confusing to me. But I don't see how a genocide is gonna stop other genocides. It tends to be the genocides cause other genocides, and it's a cycle of violence that goes on forever and ever and ever.
That is normally correct, yes. This is not violence in that sense. Cap steps up. No, the way I understand it is these worlds have already fallen for the most part. We're not doing this in order to kill off any people. We will save those that we can. We have enough teams that maybe we can get hundreds out. There will be loss of life. But these worlds need to go, or the omnihedron will be complete. And who knows what will happen to the rest of the multiverse.
So you're suggesting some kind of multiversal weeding?
Weeding would be a rather callous term.
Well, I mean,
I'd
to
say
prevent
more of a
the spread
surgery.
of the thing that you don't want to spread.
Yes, we need to cut the sick parts out. This is not a genocide, and it's not like bombing a country because you don't want them there, or we need to cut these worlds out, or millions of other worlds will be destroyed. Trillions of people will die.
It's like knocking their geometry out of alignment so they can't progress, is what you're saying.
Exactly. The many angled ones... the Captain Britain takes over. Exactly. The many angled ones would use the conjunction to spread out over the lines that connect our universes together. They would grow and swell and consume everything within it.
Huh.
If they're given the chance. Yes, cancer treatment, exactly what I was thinking.
Captain America, Steve.
Yes, Sarah?
In my world, the you there said, if you don't try to save everyone, you never will.
And you think we...
I'm assuming that you are like my world's captain. So do you also believe that and still think this is a good idea?
Yes.
All right.
It kills
Just
me
tell us.
to do so. Any life lost is... If there was any other way, I would do it. If we can find your legion, maybe he has a different answer. Maybe he can... That's why I made Brian promise to wait until we had someone like you.
That Legion chap does have an interesting way of looking at things.
I blush a little bit at that and then say, all right, that sounds fair. Let's see if we can find our legion and then we'll go with your plan if it's the best option. Because I trust you.
He nods very solemnly. I appreciate that, Sarah. Captain Britain speaks again. You will break into teams, groups. We will have one group stay here. There are 2 worlds which must be destroyed to knock out the alignment. We need mutants on each world. You will need to decide who goes with which group. The rest of the teams have been chosen. Captain America will lead the blah blah blah. Will lead the team to Earth 13789, sorry. And Mr. Strange will lead the group to Earth 5693.
Is beyond the numbers, and again, it's like Silas speaking, kind of just like, and he's really trying to follow along. Besides the numbers, which are helpful, is any kind of do we know what's happening on either of those places?
Titan Boy stands up. What was the first number? Say it's 13789. That's my word. When I left, America had fallen. Europe was in flames. There were not many gates left. There were not many non-powered people left at all. Sarah and I had put aside our enmity. We were fighting together for once. And they killed her. She should have brought this disc here, not me. I don't think there's anyone left.
And the other one? I think he doesn't. It's not that he no sells like the emotional moment, but he just sort of like gently says, "And the other one."
5693.
Yep.
Captain Britain speaks up again. The Loiga have already taken hold there. They are not as far along as 13789. But they have control of the most powerful heroes.
May sound like either of these worlds like worlds where the Nazis won the war or something.
No.
Okay, as weird as it sounds, I kind of hoping they were, because that would have made them easier to destroy. If they were like, if like Hitler was like the one in charge and everyone there was loving it, that would be a lot easier to destroy than just like, yeah, shit.
I might have misunderstood. Are we actually destroying the world, or are we just disconnecting them from all the other worlds?
The only way to disconnect them is to destroy them.
Oh, I see. Then I did misunderstand.
This will knock the alignment out of place. These 2 key points should save the rest of the multiverse.
Do we have like a Charles Xavier here, because maybe the Charles Xavier could like seek out identify all the people on the worlds that haven't been all fucked up by this stuff, and then we could find some way to transport them off to some universe where they could live.
We have neither the time nor the power to do so, nor any
Yeah,
psychics powerful enough to do so.
That's like billions of people at once. That makes sense. Shit.
Titan
okay.
Boy speaks up. There are no longer billions of people left on our planet, my planet.
Is one of yours the ones we're going to destroy?
Yes.
Oh, mate.
They're all gone, and he bursts into tears again, sobs on the ground.
I'm going to pick him up and give him a hug, and whilst thinking in my head, this is what Cap would do. This is what Cap would do. Be better, Sarah. Be the best version of yourself, Sarah. Don't do the thing you desperately actually want to do and kill this fucking guy.
Captain Britain speaks again. There will be 4 teams of 4. 2 to each planet. 2 to each world. We leave the mutants to decide with whom they go.
Out of character, is the insinuation that we should split up?
Well, no, you have you 4 plus the 2 Bellingtons, so you don't have to split up. The Bellingtons will stick together no matter what.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
It's absolutely fine for all of you to go to the one planet. I'm taking you to go to the one where you're looking for Legion, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, because he can still maybe salvage some more of the situation than we otherwise couldn't.
And might be able to lead us back to where we came from if we decide that we want to go back where we came from.
Maybe he's aye, maybe he's not. We'll see.
He's very changeable in all possible ways.
He's still my favourite character, other than Cable.
Yeah, fair.
We're going to need a minute to figure out where we're going. We'll be back to you in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops.
Speak with Mr. Strange and Captain America. I must meditate upon this more. I wish you all luck. You will leave in the morning. And he just turns around and floats off. The wind catches, you see a bit of his arse. And that's...
Oh my god.
I need to give his a laugh after all the doom and gloom. You can't just fucking leave.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
The Bellingtons are with you. Cap and Mr. Strange with his... Oh, Michelle, you didn't hear about Mr. Strange. The Doctor Strange variant here is from the 80s with very 80s spiky hair, wearing the Eye of Agamotto and a AHA t-shirt and a denim jacket and leather trousers.
That's wonderful. My doorbell just went. I have to get my door. I don't know what to... Fuck. I'll be right back.
So feel free to discuss.
I think Silas will definitely try to, because he hasn't had like a proper talk with the Bellington kids before, and we'll say that I think for all that I've screwed the pooch back then, we all want our world to be restored if that's possible at all. And you can hate me after, or I mean, you probably hate me now already. That's fine, but I think this is the best solution to find Legion again.
Do you think he could bring back Troy?
The man literally contains multitudes. I assume. Yes, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if he can bring back anything, he can probably bring back maybe even your mom. I don't know. And he puts up his hand like I don't know. I can't promise, but I mean, it seems unfair either way.
Strange speaks up. Ours is a rescue mission. We need mutants to go through the gates to see if there are any still in hiding. We are not sure Now they're all dead in that world.
Right.
I'm not sure if there's a legion there at all, but I presume if he was and he was free, he would fight.
I'm back. That's it. I'm not leaving again. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, let's smoothly introduce myself again. I'm going to turn to Cap and Titan Boy and say, I'll be right back. And go to wherever the players are.
Okay. Nice. And he's just like, I don't understand that reference at the moment.
I'm going to go up to my people, the group, and be like, I know everyone's having a really weird day, but I'm having a really weird fucking day, guys. What are we doing?
Saving the multiverse, apparently. It's a tall order.
As you say tall order, at the corner of your eye, you see Stiltman walk past.
Oh my god.
Joviality and horror. There we go.
Yeah.
Junctional line spreading confirmed. Thank you, Stebrown. Spread those lines.
All right. There's two lines of thinking on this one.
Mm-hmm.
We go with Cap because he'll know what to do and he's an expert, and we know that he'll make the right calls. Or we go with Dr. Strange.
Mr. Strange. Thank you. I dropped
Wait.
out of college.
Oh, hi, Stephen, is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Hi, I never met the you on my world, but I gotta say, I think you're better dressed, sir.
I've heard of how some of me dress, in other words. This is, yeah, not cool.
But still, like Sorcerer Supreme and all that, or
Oh, yes, definitely.
oh, good.
But you dropped out of medical school.
Yes, I found my fingers better used for the guitar. After the accident, well, that's why I now have #1 spot.
I whisper to Lauren. So this Doctor Strange is rad as fuck.
You can smell the hairspray just coming off him a little bit.
I thought they were all rad as fuck, but I never met the other one.
Well, I never met him, but the one I heard of, he was all, up himself and stuff. That was the...
Well, that comes with being a doctor, right?
I don't know.
Oh, like Sinus?
Well, guilty as charged, but like
Like, Chris is going to smile at the same time and just like, if you're close enough to just give you an elbow, like...
yeah. I mean, the cape. I'm just saying, a cape goes a long way. But anyway,
Yeah, a long way into a propeller.
No capes.
Well, one thing we gotta work out is, like, can we find our Legion so we can figure out an alternative path? Because if there's a way to not kill what may add up to billions of people, we should find a way. Like, I know the maths. If
I
you
hear that,
billion,
yeah.
trillions, it's a no-brainer. But I would feel better about it if we at least tried to exhaust all options to find something that doesn't involve that.
Oh, I hear you, Sarah, and I'm completely on your side with this, but our inaction is also a choice, because
true.
we've been there before. Not on that scale, obviously, but by not doing anything, we're also doing something.
But the options we
Yeah,
had
alright.
now were two other worlds, right? One where their legion was kept. And what was the other?
The other one's nothing to do with Legion.
So it's just the two that are furthest gone and have to be like taken out of the equation.
Both worlds need to be destroyed. One of them has a legion, they think, held captive behind some Krakoan gates. I'm not exactly sure where because no one can get through to find out.
And that's the one where
That Cap's going.
the Cap's going. Okay.
Yeah, the one that Titan Boy came from. That's how they have the information about it. So there's more information on the disc, which you'll get next time.
And Strange is just going to destroy the other one.
Yes, they're going to save who they can
Okay.
and destroy it. They need to get, for some reason, the bombs need to go in the right place.
Yep.
You get to see them. They're very small. They fit in the palm of your hand. Tiny looking things. But supposedly strong enough to destroy the whole thing.
If Legion was that guy who's been in our heads telling us how to get out of London and then away from Orcus, then maybe we're like,
knew that.
maybe, yeah, I know that I'm doing this to take
Right.
everyone else there.
I thought you were saying out of character.
No, and then maybe we're like predisposed to be able to communicate with them in ways that the group might not be if we just left them to it.
I'm going for the Legion. They
helped
Like-
us get out of wherever we were, like wherever you all were. I wouldn't have been able to find you in all those separate little scenes that you were in without him.
So we're going with the Strange, Mr. Strange.
No, Cap.
no.
Cap.
Oh, Cap's the one. It's Captain's the world is the one with Legion on it.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're going with Cap and.
But it's not our Legion. It's that world's Legion.
Well, you know, with like powerful
yeah.
psychic multiverse traveling, like folks, maybe they have like a thing. Maybe they have meetings. All the different legions from different universes chat to each other for all we know. Maybe he knows our legion. Like you like that sounds ridiculous because kind of everything about the situation is fucking ridiculous. But like that's a thing, right? Like there was council, like Reed, the guy from Fantastic Four. He had like a whole council thing with versions of himself. It's not an impossible idea.
That's one heck of an echo chamber.
Well, I heard the guy's apparently a bit full of himself, and that would track. But you know, he has reason to be. He's Reed fucking Richards. He's fucking genius. He's like super powerful and awesome. So yeah.
Out of character somewhere like in the multiverse, just like Doctor Doom is having an aneurysm.
What, just all the time? This is always Doctor Doom having an aneurysm.
Let me
Any given
show
time.
No, just-
Mr.
somebody compliment-
Invisible Woman joke.
Read it too much.
Cap walks up to you. So, do you know who's going where?
I'm going with you.
I think us four are going with you.
The Bellingtons look. We'll go with Mr. Strange then.
Good luck.
We're going to meet back here, all of us, right? We're all coming back.
He nods. She just looks at her feet. Doesn't say anything.
I know that we've all had a bit of a day. You more so than anyone else. You lot. Good luck. I really want to see you all back here. All right.
Get some rest. We're leaving first thing.
All right. I think I got to go have a conversation with Titan Boy.
I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. You can talk to Titan Boy next time. He'll be with
Cool.
you in your group.
That could get awkward. But at least it'll stop you fangirling over
I'm
Captain
trying
America.
to avoid awkwardness before we go on the mission.
No, it's much more fun having awkwardness on the mission. That's, Remember, he's not. If he, things get too awkward, you just step through a gate and he can't come after you. So you'll be on it.
Chris wants to talk to Rachel before we.
Yep, you can do that. Begin the next session as well.
Yep.
It's not a problem. Okay, so we'll go a quick round. Say good night, goodbye. Any plugs we need to give, and yes. So, Seb, how was your evening?
Very good. That was a lot of fun. That was like a nice. That's like put like just a like nice evening, like a light conversation about the possible doom of the entire universe. So
Yeah,
that was,
jokes
yeah.
about torn to pieces, invisible women. You know, just
I didn't do that. That was, don't put that on me.
The
I-
joke
I'm
was
not-
the
I'm not
joke was
putting it on you.
because the joke was I saw Invisible Woman torn to pieces. That was
Yes.
the joke.
Well, she wasn't invisible at the time, but even if she had been,
Anyway, no, but like that was a really good session, and I'm looking forward to like what fresh hell the new world is going to be. So yeah, and most kind of I guess we didn't get I mean, Silas would have probably asked like how they managed to save the two Krakoan gates, but it's probably like kind of just like a plot.
oh, there's
I
more
don't
than
know.
there's more than two Krakoan gates. There's the mutants were all killed. The Krakoan gates on that planet weren't touched. No one could go through
Okay,
them, so there was no point in destroying them or anything.
that makes sense. Yep.
Lavaita, how about you?
That was fun, thank you. Good to have a little bit of character stuff and like a chance to breathe a little. Kind of, it's like running a car around a car park for a bit just before you take it out on the road.
Get it warmed
Which
up,
I did
just
today.
to fuck up. Ah. For a good reason, or
Because my driving instructor has a new car and I'm doing my driving test in 2 weeks and need to learn how to use the new car.
okay,
Nice.
very nice.
But
Hopefully it
anyway,
doesn't get cancelled.
So is it going to be like
hope
will we know that whether you pass them out by next session, or will that be after next session?
I don't want to think about that just now, but I'll
No.
pass on the news when I have news. I enjoyed tonight very much. Thank you for it. I think Vampire on Friday and then Hunter next Monday.
Yes, and more cult.
Cult is coming.
Cult is coming sooner than you might think. And Kat, how about you? How was your evening?
Fun. It's lovely.
Always nice to
I
hear.
love being with you guys.
Aw,
Oh,
we
so
love
nice.
having you. I know.
Oh,
Oh. And last but not least, Michelle, how did you enjoy your 36 seconds of game?
okay, rude.
No, she's not answering.
If I got my weeks right, I would have been great.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. Honestly, I'm glad
I
you came
genuinely
in.
thought
Though.
my game started 2 hours from now.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to continue without you there. That was the only thing.
You're very important. See?
Well, because Titan Boy, I made kind of Titan Boy the linchpin of the whole thing. Is like, wait, if she's not there, fuck. That kind of ruins that part. So yeah. So I think that's everything has
Sorry.
been.
It's been resolved. It's not ruined.
It's not ruined.
Good.
It's all good. It wouldn't have been ruined. I didn't mean ruined. What I meant was I didn't know how to get around it properly. I could have done so, but I'm a lazy shite. So yeah, we are Tales of Myth and Mayhem. We will be back on Friday with Vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, Fall of London. It continues
All
to
of it.
fall.
Exactly. And at some point, I will need to land, and then I'll go, haha, London, you're shite. No, I'm not joking. I love London. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Night.
bye.